Good evening. My name is Ashley Dossie. I'm your child's Louisiana history teacher. So this is a grade 8 subject for gifted grade scholars and advanced students. I'm sorry I couldn't be there tonight. I actually had a class that I had to attend. So I thought I'd make you this video just in case you wanted to know a little bit about the course. And if you have any questions or comments or anything like that, I'll have my contact information at the end. You can email me or you can leave me a note with your name and a number or an email address, and I can get back to you tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. So just a little bit about Louisiana history. Here's the course description. Louisiana history is required for 8th grade students. It covers geography, economics, and government of Louisiana, and it also covers the whole broad history of Louisiana, all the way from the Paleo-Indian period to present day. Courses for gifted students, grade scholar students, and advanced students, so it involves a lot more content enrichment and acceleration of the subject matter based on the needs of the students individually and as a class. The things we start out with the geography unit. That's actually what we're finishing up right now. Obviously, we're a little bit behind due to the flooding in August, but we will find ways to accelerate and catch up. After we get done with our geography unit, we're going to move into a Finance Park mini unit, and your student will have the opportunity to attend Finance Park. I would love to have 100% participation. It is a free field trip, so all you would need to do is sign the field trip form when you get it, and your student can go to Finance Park, and they'll be given a career. They'll be given the option to buy things like cars and houses and have to make payments and things like that. It's a really, really great experience for students. They usually get a lot out of it. It teaches a lot of very valuable real life skills. So we'll stop our study of Louisiana for a minute and take a couple weeks to do lessons and go to that. Then we'll move into prehistory, exploration, and early contact. And then the colonial period to the Louisiana Purchase, and hopefully by the end of the semester we'll be to the territorial period to the end of the 19th century. In the next semester, we'll move on to the early 20th century in Louisiana, all the way to the Civil Rights Movement. And then we'll move on to Louisiana's economy, and we'll finish off the year with Louisiana's government and citizenship. We are going to take the LEAP this year. So last year was a field test year, so we didn't have one in social studies. This year we actually will have a LEAP test in social studies, just to let you know. Grading for this class, because I know that everybody's probably really interested in that. This class is based on several factors for grading. They have tests and quizzes. Quizzes are going to be every few weeks. They do have a midterm and a final that will both be EDMs and an EDMs LEAP practice test. So they will have a practice test for that LEAP before they take it, which is a good thing. The quizzes are going to be, and their midterm and their final will all be online based. The first quiz that they take, their geography quiz, we will be unable to do online, unfortunately, or the first big quiz. They've taken one smaller quiz. We're not going to be able to do that one online, unfortunately, because the Chromebook training is taking a little bit longer, but that's okay. After that, we'll start all of our quizzes online because their LEAP will be online this year, so we need to get them prepared to take online tests. They also have bell ringer checks. They do bell ringers every day when they come in, and then once every about 4.5 weeks, so it'll be on each progress report. They will have a check where I can get them to turn in their bell ringers, or I'll have a little bell ringer check quiz. They have the option, they are required if they are absent to make up their bell ringers, and they are provided in a notebook at that makeup work section at the front of the classroom. Binder checks, they're also going to submit 10 assignments or notes from their binders every 4.5 weeks. We probably won't do it the first 9 weeks, but we'll move into it the second 9 weeks. They need to keep up with all notes and assignments so that they'll have all their stuff for their binder check. Participation, they are required to participate in class activities and group discussions and group work, and they're supposed to be on task and actively participating. I do use Class Dojo sometimes just to keep track of student participation, because it's an easy way for me to click on them and just say, oh, the student participated. I've told students if they're interested in their participation grade, they should just let me know at any time and I can tell them. Grading continued. We have projects. They have one major take-home project every 9 weeks, not including the first 9 weeks. We would have if it hadn't been for the August flood, but we just don't have time. And social studies fair will be the project for the second 9 weeks. Other homework's mainly going to consist of reviewing, studying, and watching in class, watching videos of topics we're covering in class. They're not going to have very much homework that's actual physical homework that they need to do because they already have a lot of homework for English and math. Activities are student-centered and differentiated based on student needs, and we do have a lot of in-class activities. I'm very big on choice boards and things like that that give the students options on how they want to learn the material. And then writing is primarily evidence-based writing, but we do some reflection writing as well. Evidence-based is huge on the LEAP test, so we do a lot of evidence-based writing where we give them different documents and have them pull out textual citations from those documents and evaluate those textual citations. Plagiarism is never, ever, ever tolerated, of course, and it will result in a 0. And then late assignments are 10% off per class period. That is pretty much all I have. If you need my contact information, it's Ashley Dawsey. Email address is adawsey@ebrschools.org. My class website is another thing I did want to show you because it is super, super useful for this course. It's dawseyhistory.weebly.com. It's always going to be up to date with homework and projects and what we're doing in class. As soon as we can get the Chromebooks rolling and ready to go, we're also going to have Google Classroom, which is going to be absolutely great for them. And I'll give them access codes to that as soon as I possibly can. But that'll be a way for them to keep up with everything that's going on in class even easier. But for right now, my website is the place to go. So it's dawseyhistory.weebly.com. If you go to it, it does have access to the Glasgow Middle website. It has my contact information. It has their Louisiana textbook login page. They have their textbook login. The information's also on the board if you would like to write that down as well. It'll have their Google Classroom login as soon as as soon as I can get that up. It has my syllabus if you want to take another look at the copy of the Louisiana History syllabus. It also has their curriculum that I showed you earlier, so the units that we're studying. Homework, like I said, is always going to be updated on here. So here's the Louisiana History homework. So you can see that they have a quiz on Friday and Monday on chapters 1, 2, and 3, the resources section. And then here's some study materials that I have for them that they can use. As soon as we have a project, I will put up their project information here. All of that will be right there. They have a Louisiana history section. It doesn't have much on it right now because we've already finished that project, and it does have bonus on it that they can go to and use. So this website is pretty useful. I would absolutely recommend it to do well in the class. And like I said, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to email me or give me a call at the school's number, and I will call you back. Thank you so much. Have a great night.